Ow! Vacation video! What's going on, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk, a video that should be on a weekend where I am on a short weekend vacation, taking a break, but a very cool talking point out there, so I hope you guys all do enjoy, and that is why I still have this mullet, because likely real-time Jake has finally cut this thing off the back of my head. We're going to talk about the Huntsmen guys. They have done so much ever since they actually acquired HECZ, formerly of Optic, to NRG, their umbrella, and of course their franchise team for Call of Duty being the Chicago Huntsmen. This is, and I cannot stress this enough to all of you guys, and I know I'm blowing smoke, but I want you guys to realize as we all talk about esports, hopefully for the prolonged future, I hope to see you guys back here 5-10 years from now if I can somehow, you know, keep my job, how much of a rarity it is to see this kind of crossover from one gaming brand to another, for HECZ to do what he did with Optic and really, you know, make a great stab and a great effort so far within 1 year with the Huntsmen. What they have done is truly incredible. In case you guys did miss it, based off Twitter trends, which is a bit skewed, but it tells a lot for esports teams nowadays, the Huntsmen was the #1 most talked about Call of Duty roster, to no surprise by people out there, and many a months throughout this past year, they were a top 10 talked about esports organization, which, by the way, the Huntsmen are not an esports organization. They are part of an esports organization, that being NRG. They were the only Call of Duty team on that list, and I believe the only individual team on that list. You saw FaZe Clan, G2, Cloud9, 100 Thieves. The Huntsmen is supposed to be a smaller brand than a lot of those. We're talking about today, though, what was revealed on a recent NRG Duo podcast. You guys should check it out as well. That being the Huntsmen nearly being profitable within just 1 year of launch, which is really rare.
But we're not blowing money. Like, we sold our Counter-Strike team for a reason. We just didn't think the economics worked there. We're not giving guys massive contracts to, like, say that they're some part of NRG when they don't do anything and they're just off making TikToks. But there are plenty of orgs that are doing that. Right? There are plenty of orgs that are doing that, even with their investors. Every one of our investors, from Jennifer Lopez to A-Rod to go to Tiesto, they invested money. We didn't give them any money. We didn't give them any shares, and they add value here. And there's a lot of other orgs that are the other way around, because they're just trying to show. But that's a different business model. You know, they're trying to spend their money quickly, get market share, go out, get more money. But at some point, you have to show what you got for all the money you spent. And at some point, the window closes and you need to have a real business there. But it's hard to compete. It's hard. Like, we talk about Valorant right now. I mean, the salaries in Valorant are unbelievable for a game that's been out a couple months. You know, guys are making $20,000-$30,000 a month.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Riot, and I mean, and you agree on this, Andy? I heard.
Yeah, I love Valorant.
Same. Well, yeah, same. And Riot, more importantly, has a good and proven track record. One thing I will say, though, is that the Huntsmen, if we would have figured out a couple of early moves early on and a couple of buyouts for certain players, and if contracts worked a little bit differently, I think that we were super close to being a break-even business. I mean, minus obviously the fee that goes into paying the franchise fees, but we were this close from being a break-even business on year freaking one with the people that we have. So
the Big T salary.
The Big T salary. I mean, that kicked it over. We almost said it was Big T salary.
So
but you know what I'm saying, when you put two people together, one that has been doing this for 10 years and understands how to run a bootstrap company, and a business guy like you, we figure out how to make this little thing called Huntsmen get there, right? Next year, without a doubt, we're hitting those numbers. I promise that we're gonna get to be I'm going to call it, we're going to be profitable. Whether it's $1 or $2 or whether it's $300, we're going to do that, because this year we were this freaking close.
All of energy next year.
Yeah. But
and now, obviously, a huge caveat: it does not include the franchise fee. So some people are going to be like, and I'm like, oh, chill. There are plenty of organizations, actually all of them, cannot make back and recoup that kind of fee in the first year or for several years. That Call of Duty franchise fee, bunch of bogus, all right? A lot of people can't, kind of surmount that gigantic hill. Maybe they will in the future. We'll see how long it does take them. The fact is this: they have how many players on that former roster throughout the first year? 5. And how many subs and coaching staff with a guy like Sender as well? There was how many staff on that Huntsman roster so far, and substitute players like Bose and Maniac, and they recouped and even add in a guy like Big Timer, right? So many people they had signed to that Huntsmen brand or the NRG umbrella, formerly of Optic. And again, we don't know the exact details on who is actually included in that number of them almost breaking even. They throw Big T out there saying he's what pushed it over for them not reaching it. But still, you think about the hundreds and hundreds, actually, well, with the salary cap, millions of dollars they recouped in just year one. And that was without having a LAN event. A LAN event we talked about because, unfortunately, for Call of Duty homestand events, they were all taken aback with this pandemic. The Huntsmen was set to make the most money of any team, or at least I should say sell the most tickets of any team. Numbers they have now stated at 7,000 tickets for that homestand event that they did not actually capitalize on. Not to talk about the venue they rented out. Who knows if they got that money back. Either way, probably approaching possibly, if not the higher hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe $1 million loss for the Huntsmen just on losing out on their homestand event alone. Not even to talk about the Call of Duty League restrictions on merch and apparel that a lot of teams could not do. For some reason, maybe we'll get future updates on that. Call of Duty League has been very restrictive for players and what they can do, as well as the teams. The Huntsmen made back a gigantic amount of money, being very, very limited, not only with the pandemic, but by the Call of Duty League. And that is why I really cannot stress enough what they did year one in terms of popularity and financial feasibility. It really is remarkable, and you're not going to see this from a lot of teams out there. Yes, other teams are capable of doing just this, but in year one, I mean, it's pretty incredible, and I'm done blowing smoke. What do you guys think about this? Until next time, hope you all enjoy the rest of your days, all right? Drink that water, drink that coffee, and what do you think about the Huntsmen and their future? Is it bright? I think so. Until then, take care. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Oh!